So I wanted to make a video for you, Mike, on this Wi-Fi manager. I think it's the best way to communicate what I've got here. So I just I've added in the Wi-Fi manager code in library, and I just recompiled it. This setting that you see right here, this function that you see right here, resets everything and wipes out all of the variables that have been recorded in EEPROM, the SSID and password and a couple of other things. It wipes all that out, and when it does, this logic right here actually runs, where it actually calls this function right here, auto connect. And when I connect to it on my phone, on my Android phone, you'll see Airport Watcher listed as a access point. And you can see the code, the output from the code right here. It's sitting there waiting for something to connect to it. You can see the Airport Watcher right here. It displays the password for gaining access as part of the credentials. I just added that to it. This is the IP address for the access point. It's also the gateway, and then it's also got the an HTTP server, web server running. So it presents a web page to you when you log in. So the hardware that I've got here is the MCU board, Node MCU board that I think you're running, and I apologize for asking that again in our text. I deal with so many people every day, I forget what boards they're using. But I think this is the same thing that you have. And I'm going to be accessing it on my Android phone. Let's see, so let's pull that up. Let's see, give me a minute here so I can, it's hard for me to look through the camera. Let's see, nope, need to go to settings, and you can see I'm getting to my home Wi-Fi network right now. Come on. So you'll see, let's see, where's it at? There it is. Airport Watcher is showing. So I'll connect to that guy, and once it's connected, that's kind of all that it does when it connects. And the difference between Android and Apple or iOS is that Android just pops up that little message that you saw there. Apple actually, when you connect to an access point on an iOS device, when it realizes that it doesn't have an internet connection, it'll prompt you for the password and actually display the default web page coming from the access point. So on the Android phone, what I have to do is go to a browser, and I will key in. Where'd it go? I will key in that IP address right there. So it's 192. There it is. I already keyed in before. So there. So that's the web page that's being displayed from the ESP8266, and there's a bunch of options here. I'll choose this guy, and it'll display me a bunch of access points that's in range here. The other option just goes straight to two fields, SSID and password that you key in. So I've already selected mine here. It's coming up by default since I've already tested it. And let me just key my password in again. Make sure I get it right. Save that guy. And once I save it, it's going to reset and wait a while, and it'll come up, and now it's running your code, actually pulling the values from that curl call, I guess is what it is. So so that's kind of how it works. That's taking it from an access point setup to back to your code. The next step would be to put logic in here for this to run when an event happens either on the board or on a web page. I'm not sure what your use case is, but in essence, this function here has to run to reset everything so that it'll reboot and come back up with the 192.168.244.1 IP address. And that's, I guess that's the remaining work that has to be done. But my thought is, so for testing, if this is what you're looking for, I can ground a GPIO, and when it grounds, it can actually run this function here to reset everything and reboot. And that would cause it to go from the state that it's in now back to the access point state that you saw when I first started the video. So I think that's what you're looking for. This isn't all that hard. What if you want to take this on and just finish it up yourself? I don't mind. But I just want to make sure you kind of knew how this stuff works. And if there's more to this, if there's more that you need than this, just let me know. We can maybe talk later on. But anyway, I hope this makes sense. If not, just send me a text or something, and I'll try to clarify anything. Thank you, Mike.